This video is sponsored by NordVPN.
I want you to join DEVS.
DEVS?
When a character from Alex Garland's new limited series, DEVS, gets access to a groundbreaking technology, the significance of that tech isn't expressed primarily through exposition.
So tell me about DEVS.
I can't tell you anything. No one knows what the DEVS team does except the DEVS team.
I wouldn't even say the DEVS team knows what the DEVS team does.
Few words are used to describe what it does or how it works. It's presented instead as an encounter with something spiritual or alien. The music and set design invoke something not concrete and understandable, but otherworldly. It's an approach Garland's used to present the completely alien in his last film, Annihilation. And more subtly to present the birth of AI consciousness in Ex Machina. It's an approach to showing a leap forward in technology that he didn't come up with. He's borrowing it from one of the greatest sci-fi films of all time. Instead of explaining how something works, we see how people respond when they encounter the thing. It's not dialogue and exposition, but music, visual design, and cinematography that work together to create the feeling of encountering something new. Whether it's a machine gaining consciousness, an alien consciousness acting as a biological machine, or a machine as something completely alien to us, Garland's interest is the same. It's not in revealing the mechanics of those things, how they work, but in their implications. Garland's interest is in how we respond when we encounter the appearance of consciousness in a machine, an alien that seems to defy our physical and material laws, or a machine that changes how we understand our own consciousness.
Man, that is so good when we get to tell the story, you know? I turned to Caleb, and he looked up at me and he said, "You're not a man, you're God."
Yeah, but I didn't say that.
So, anyway.
He focuses on the questions these things raise, their philosophical and spiritual implications.
I know. It's really hard.
It really shouldn't be.
It's in me.
It will be in all of us.
You feel bad for Ava? Feel bad for yourself, man.
What are we supposed to do? Unravel a lifetime of moral experience? Unlearn what has always seemed true? These things, they run deep.
Yeah, they do.
But he's not interested in giving an answer to these questions, just presenting a situation as a thought experiment and adding to the conversation.
What if instead of making art without thinking, he said, "You know what? I can't paint anything unless I know exactly why I'm doing it." What would have happened?
Almost none of us commit suicide, and almost all of us self-destruct in some way, in some part of our lives.
It wasn't just that they were contradictory states, they were absolute states. Each was complete in itself, leaving no room for the other. But I held them both.
Nature is ever present in his work. The boundaries between technology and nature seem blurred. At first glance, it might seem that humanity's technology is encroaching on nature, or that nature is encroaching on human development. But I think Garland is showing these things more as a step in development. It's not technology or biology encroaching on the other, but one emerging out of the other, a transformation in form of something that is fundamentally the same. I think for Garland, there's no separation between nature, alien, humanity, and technology. They're all material, physical. So then why present things stylistically in such a subjective way, one that seems to invoke the metaphysical?
I think it seems very like we're living in a dream state. I'm pretty sure we are. And I think that's just to do with the nature of how we experience the world. We experience it in a subjective way. And the thing I've learned most as I've got older in some respects is the degree to which reality is counterintuitive, and that the things that are presented to us as objective turn out not to be objective. And quantum mechanics is full of that kind of thing, but actually just day-to-day life is full of that kind of thing as well.
Because for Garland, while these things might all exist as material, we can only perceive them through our subjective experience. An experience he equates to dreaming or the psychedelic state. And it's this subjective experience, not the underlying material reality, that Garland so masterfully reveals in his work. Thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. The show DEVS highlights some of the darker, more sinister aspects of Silicon Valley, how larger companies and governments are encroaching on our privacy. As time goes on the internet, we are losing control of our privacy, and a VPN is a way that you can take back some control of your privacy. I've been using NordVPN for years now, and my experience with them has been great. They have super fast servers, thousands to choose from in 60 plus countries. You get up to 6 simultaneous connections. You can use it on your phone, your desktop, your laptop, and you can try NordVPN risk-free with their 30-day money-back guarantee. When you go to nordvpn.com/ThomasFlight and use code ThomasFlight, you get 70% off a 3-year plan plus 1 additional month for free. That's nordvpn.com/ThomasFlight to start taking back some control of your internet. Thanks so much for watching. My patrons get access to a monthly podcast where I talk about what I've been watching that month. You can get access to that and more when you go to patreon.com/ThomasFlight.